Hi guys, it's Mike from Final Form Freaks. I'm here doing a deck profile. This deck is the one that I took to the European finals. As you can see, I chose to take Dende as my leader. If you don't know what Dende does, Dende is a wish leader. Basically you burst 2 and then you can search for 2 Dragon Balls through your life or deck. And then shuffle any areas that you looked. Really good. This deck does need some stuff that goes in the drop area, so I thought it was a bit different to use this leader because not many people are using Dende at the minute. And on the flip side is Son Goku Energy Restored. This wish leader I really like because it's pretty much like a mono blue deck. You have your normal wish abilities, which you can either draw a card, you can play a desire card for free. Obviously I have the blue one. And then his final wish is that you get rid of all 7 Dragon Balls. You get to untap 2 blue energy and you get to draw 2 as well, so it's pretty good. It's an interesting deck. I really like it. It's a really fun leader. So we're going to the deck itself. So we have, as you can see, 6 normal Dragon Balls, and then I play the Super Dragon Ball as well. Because a lot of the times when you're on turn 2, you don't mind being tapped out, and then this basically for 2 lets you draw 4 cards and you put 2 back, which is really nice. It cycles through your deck really fast and it gives you a really big hand, loads of draw power, especially with the leaders like Final Wish as well, or even just doing the standard ability, which drawing a card, which is really good. Just have a giant hand size early on. So they're the balls. So next we'll go into the majority of the blue package, like the battle cards first. So we'll go for 3 kind Saiyan Son Goku. So he's a 1 cost. He's basically a search for the deck. You play it, you get to look at the top 7 cards of your deck, and you get to choose a blue Son Goku. Doesn't matter of energy cost, which is really good, and add it to your hand. There's a lot of Son Gokus in the deck. Next, 1 copy of Unyielding. It's still a good card even for 1. Basically you combo with it on your turn and you get to untap an energy, and it's 5k combo power as well. Really good. There's a reason why you can only use 1, because it got limited to 1 because it was just so good when you had 4 of them in the deck. If I could use 4, and it wasn't errated or whatever, or restricted, this deck could be absolutely bananas, especially with the untapping 2 and then untapping an energy with him as well. It's really good. Next we'll go for 4 super combos. There's a reason why I chose this super combo. It's got sparking, so you're probably by start of turn 2 you can use a super combo, just because you burst 2, especially if you've got a couple of Dragon Balls and stuff like that in your hand. So you can start using your super combo really early on. Super combos basically it's a 0 cost 10k and it draws you a card, like most super combos. Next we have the interesting bit of the package. We have 4 copies of Awkward Situation Trunks. Basically ignore the text here because he's just basically a 2 cost 15k body, and he's a 5k combo piece. The reason I say ignore this is it only really works if you have a world tournament leader. With Dende, it's not world tournament. Like I said, it's wish leader. So he's basically a 2 cost 15k body, but we'll go into the combo later on, so it's pretty good. Next we have the 4-cost Awkward Situation Otsutsuki. I hope I'm not pronouncing that horribly. Basically, if Trunks is on the board, you get to play Otsutsuki for free. You can only play one at a time, so you can't play multiples of them. But it's basically, you're getting another free 15k body on board. That's what the permanent text says at the bottom. So really good card. Next card we have the 5-cost Son Goku Path to the Infinite. This is from the anniversary set, I believe. Really interesting card. I do apologise that you can't really see the text, so I'm going to bring it up to the camera a bit better so you can see. So for 1 blue in your activate main phase, if your leader card is blue, which ours is, and you also choose one of your blue battle cards with an energy cost of 4, return it to the owner's hand, and then play this card from your hand. So if you have the Trunks on board, like so, and then obviously you get to play Otsutsuki from your hand for free, then you can pay 1 and then bring the Goku out. But then if Trunks is going to be still on board, you get to play Otsutsuki again. I'll go into the whole combo of it all anyway. But it's a really good card. It just hasn't seen much use, the 5-cost Goku. So that's him. Next we have the spice of the deck. A card that hasn't seen a lot of play for a long time, which is the Ultimate Spirit Bomb Son Goku. I'll go into its text in a minute. This card got me so many games during the event just because of its ability. So bring it a bit closer. So the camera come in focus. There we go. So it EX evolves for 1 blue, and it has to be over Son Goku, which is a 5-cost. So the one from the anniversary set is a 5-cost Goku. You have to place 2 cards from your hand though into the drop, which is fine. You draw quite a lot in the deck. He's a double strike 25k, but the reason for playing him is that your opponent can't activate counters against this card when it attacks, which is really nice, so you don't have to worry about certain negates and everything else. And when this card attacks, you can choose up to 5 battle cards in your energy area and combo with them, which is really good. It's very aggro. Like I said, got me quite a few wins. So next we have Ultra Instinct. The reason for playing Ultra Instinct is because I can get the 5-cost out really easy, and I wanted something that can get rid of the board, because I knew that there was a lot of cabbers, a lot of board presence, especially with the looks of trying to play against Pan as well. There was the Shenron veggies and everything else. Excuse me. So I wanted something that could board wipe, but also add pressure. So if you don't know what Ultra Instinct Goku does, this is the SPR. I love this card. So for 2 blue, you place 1 card from your hand in the drop area, you evolve it over a 5-cost Goku, which we have. It has triple strike. Your opponent can't combo for the duration of this card's battle, but when you evolve into this card, you return all of your opponent's battle cards to their owner's hand. So because it doesn't say choose, it gets rid of all the barrier as well, which is really nice, because there's tons of barrier out there now. And obviously you're getting rid of the blockers and stuff like that, so you're just trying to give more and more aggro. Next thing you see is a promo card that hasn't seen a lot of play. This is the reason why I built the deck, is looking at this old promo card. I'll go through the text in a minute. So he's a 35k double strike. He's really nice. It's a 9 cost, so you're probably wondering, Mike, why, if you put a 9 cost in, how are you getting the 9 cost out? So this guy EX evolves over a 7 cost Goku. So we have the Spirit Bomb and we have the UI one. So you can get out quite easy. His auto is when a card evolves into this card, for the duration of the turn, you cannot lose the game and your opponent can't win the game. You might wonder why with that effect, but we'll go into it in a minute. And then activate main, you can choose 2 cards from your life. Oh, I do apologise, the camera's being really awkward. There we go. You can choose 2 cards from your life, add them to your hand, and then switch this card back to active mode. This got me so many games with the added aggro that this does in the deck. So you're probably wondering why it says you cannot lose and your opponent can't win. Basically, if you had like 5 life and you took, let's say 6 life for instance, you could take all 6 life. So this could basically restand 3 times and swing, basically 3 times 35k. Usually when you go to 0, you lose, but obviously with his auto effect, you can't lose the game. It also was really funny if you play against Janemba and you mill out, and you've played this card from doing like a load of drawing and stuff, you can't lose. So it's quite funny, especially when you see your Janemba's player's face when they've, that you've milled out and they haven't won. One of the last battle cards in the deck was Scientist Fu. This was just for added pressure. I always saw it in the deck because you draw so much in the deck. I'll go into the whole combo of everything, of how the deck works and stuff. But yeah, really, really good. He costs 1 and he overwhelms for 7, and he's a double strike and he draws you 2. Really, really good. His 25k double strike adds so much pressure. Another body on board. Next we have the extra cards. So Font of Spirit, a really interesting extra card. This was the whole reason for doing like the Trunks and Otsutsuki combo, because I know some people do like the Scuffle Time, like Goten like combo, but I thought about this, Goku idea, and I thought this could be really aggro early on, especially. Some games that I played, turn 3, turn 4, I was, KOing people. It was really, really aggressive. So basically this Desire card, because you won, and if you can see it there, if your leader card is blue Shenron, which Dende is, you choose 1 blue Saiyan card from your drop area with 15k or less power, that costed 2 or less, and play it. If you do, you place the top card of your deck under that card. You play with that skill. So I'll go into the whole effect of it all. Next we have 4 negates. You need them. Obviously, depending on what you play against, there might be some people who do stall decks like the Victory Strike Gogeta or something like that. But if you play like Vanilla Coup or anything aggro, it's really good. It's the fact that you get to you play it and then you get to untap 2 as well, and it's also a Sparking Negate, which is really crucial. I think it's Sparking 5, I believe. Yeah. Next we have, if you're playing blue, you gotta have Senzu Bean, 4 Senzu Beans. It's still a great card to this day. And there are certain cards that can, really hurt this deck. We'll go into to that at some point. But Senzu Bean, basically, you pay it for 1, and you get to. If I come a bit closer, bring the nicer one. So this is the one that I got for participating in the EU finals. So you choose 1 card. It gains 5k power for the duration of a turn, and then you choose 2 of your energy, switch them back to active mode. So what I used to do is combo it with a Goku, and it just gives him more combo power. And the last 2 cards are Dragon Radar, just to give you either more draw power, or if you've milled all your Fontis spirits, you can get a Fontis spirit back because you need them. You need to be able to play them. Yeah, the leader does give you one, but depending on what you play against, I think 2 was enough. I saw it. It wasn't crucial to the deck, but it was good enough. So I'll just go into like the whole like idea of the deck. So ideally, what you would do, you'd play Font Spirit for 1. This would usually be on my turn 3 or 4, depending on how things have gone. And play 1 for the trunks. Let's just say take the top card of my deck, that go underneath it. I then play Otsutsuki for 3 from my hand. I then can swing with Otsutsuki for 15k, swing with the trunks for 15k. I can then tap another 1 to play the Goku, bring Otsutsuki back from my hand, and then replay him, and then swing with another 15k as well. I then, usually at this time, because I've used 2 energy, I would untap my 2, draw 2, through my leader's like final wish. So obviously, all my Dragon Balls would go. And then, depending on how the whole thing's gone, or how my opponent is, say they're on 5 life and they're tapped out, or if they've only got 1 energy, I could go from this guy and then swing. If they don't respond to it, if they don't negate it, then they're going to take 3 life essentially because they can't combo, and then obviously all their stuff bounces back. And then you go, say you swing with your leader, do like Sensu Bean, unyielding and stuff like that, which you can do. To play this guy, say you're on, like I said, like 6 life. You cut life, restand it, you've gained them 2 cards. Because you've already got knowledge of what's in your life, you know what you're going to get that turn. So you might have seen some super combos, you might have seen another Sensu Bean in there or whatnot. And then basically swing. So say if you beamed him, he'd be a 40k double strike. You can then take another 2 life, restand him again, take the other 2 cards, you'd be down to 2. Swing again, 35k double strike. You could use, let's say, another Sensu Bean, or to give you more tapping out and get this even higher. Let's say you could get to like 45k with Sensu Beans. Then what I would usually do is, before I do my final swing, is let's just put these over here. Overwhelm Scientist Fu draws me 2, swing. It's another 25k double strike that they have to deal with. Usually at this point, obviously they've gone down to 2. They've awakened the leader or whatnot at this point. So then what I would do is I would untap him, take my last 2 life. Yeah, I've got no life left. I've drawn so much, I've got a decent hand size. There is a few 5Ks in the deck, there is quite a few 10Ks. And then what I would do, if they've got 1 energy left, is that I'd evolve this over the Goku. So say you play against Broly and he's got the 1 yellow, and he's probably going to have to try and Nimbus it. He can't use Nimbus, can't use time magic or anything like that, can't use no negates. You swing with this, depending on what's in your life, not in your life, sorry, in your energy, you can then combo with it for your energy area. Like a lot of the times, if I've seen my super combos, I charge them as energy, so then I get to draw 2 cards and it gives him the plus 10k. But obviously the Sensu Bean still stacks, so if there's 2 Sensu Beans on maybe a 35k, you can't negate, and then I can just combo with everything in my energy area, and just dump my hand of what else I've got, all my 5ks, my unyielding, everything. There was quite a few times I swung with this and he was like 110k swing, and people were just like, yeah, I can't do anything. So that's kind of like the premise of the deck. I hope you've enjoyed my deck profile, guys. Like I said, this was a really fun deck to use. It was just, I don't know, it was just so much aggro, so quick. Like I was saying, if I got, awakened by turn 2, I could do this on turn 3. And a lot of the times your opponent's not going to have that many negates and that much draw, especially if they're a leader that doesn't draw that much. And I killed someone on turn 3 with this quite easy, just because of the untapping and everything else, and the wish that untaps draws 2. But like a lot of the times, I'd wait until turn 4, and then I'd just go full on aggro. But it all depends on who you play against, my matchups and stuff, which I'll go and talk about in the next video. So I hope you enjoyed the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed Dende. Really fun leader. As always, please like, share and subscribe, and hope to see you in the next video. Bye guys. Bye.